Welcome to the Forge. This is our education, classroom, workshop, lab. This is our Nerdy Professor segment of the channel. Welcome. This is where we do the learning, we break it down into process, we study it, we get technical, and we create tools that we can take and start applying to our lives and our goals and our visions. So today we're going to continue on from this morning when I talked about sometimes to make significant changes that are needed and important to you to get you to your next step of growth, wherever it is you're trying to go. Sometimes they start with the tiniest of moves, the tiniest of decisions, the one little shift of mental attitude, one little decision to do something differently. And it begins to create that momentum for the change to happen. And those little tiny moves can be very powerful. And I'm calling them power moves because those are the moves you make that determine the course of the game. And today I want to learn to we do problem solving on here anyway, but today we're going to problem solve specifically ways to find what power moves can we make and which power move should we make, what's the best option. And it will also help us find the good in any situation when we're trying to become better people. And out of all the options available, do the best one or a better one. It can help with that as well. So we're going to go off into the lab, take things apart, and see how we can discover what some of these power moves are that we can make for ourselves in any situation. And if you have a current situation or a current problem that you would like to put under the microscope and have us examine, this is the perfect stream for that. So welcome. Bisay, how are you? What's up? Good to see you. By the way, I think later today, in a couple of hours actually, I'm going to be live with Eddie talking about boundaries, if I hear from him. If not, we'll do it another day. But that's tentatively set for a couple of hours from now. All right, today we sharpen our tools. Problem solving as a lifestyle. Every problem is a potential Forge problem. Keep that in mind. Forge project. So if you're having a situation or confusion or conflict, it could be a work problem, a creative problem. You have a place to bring it now. So it says today we're not just going to fix problems, we're going to learn how to work them. Because a real problem solver does not panic when something breaks. They roll up their sleeves, they study the material, and they start shaping. Oh, hang on. All right. Problem solving is not an occasional skill, it's a way of life. It's a way of moving through the world. It's a stance. It's an approach. It's calm. It's curious. And it's constructive. Those are some of those higher values, those standards. So when life hands you a mess and you find yourself in the middle of the problem, the first thing you ask yourself if you want to take a problem-solving stance, and this is from that ironic mode of awareness from the stream the other day, where we kind of look at things from the outside, or look at things from the inside, but in a really objective way or detached way. So you kind of zoom out, step away from the problem, and try to look at it from above or from without. And you ask yourself this question. What am I working with here? What are the materials that I am working with? Break the problem down into discrete components, discrete parts. What exactly are the building blocks of this problem? That's what you want to home in on when you're ready to solve, like face the problem and problem solve. All right, we're going to take it step by step. And the very first thing to do is the raw material. And remember, this is a forge, so we're going to use the analogy of metalworking and working with fiery, raw, natural material, which is what comes up when we're having these. A lot of our problems will bring that up. And we may even bring in some alchemy later, which is another type of metalworking. What are the facts? So what actually, because your mind's going to put it together in a story, a very dramatic story, sometimes even a mythic story or a romanticized story, very quickly, like lightning fast. Before, you won't even know it's happening half the time. You'll just think that is reality. So you want to separate that from what actually are the facts, what actually happened that a third party stranger could also observe if you pointed it out, and separate it from all of the head stuff. We will get to all that, but you need to be able to pull those facts out and separate, put them in a separate basket. Also, the body, check in. What are the emotions? What are you feeling about this problem? Is it anger, fury, sometimes frustration? Is it excitement? Is it challenge? What is your body? What's the chemical messages in your body? And thirdly, what are the constraints? What are the limitations you're working under when faced with this problem? What do you have power over? What do you not have power over? So be aware of your range of power and where that ends. Because you have to work, if you're truly up against something you have no power over, then you have to work within that or around it. So being aware of those things. So the facts, what is your emotions, your bodily reaction, and what do you not have power over in this situation? And we're going to assume you have power over everything else, or potentially. You're looking for what's actually in front of you. And that's a lot of what I do on this channel when people bring their stories. I start to break it down to, okay, well, let's take a look at it. What do we actually know? And then how do we get to the rest of it from there? What is actually in front of you? Not the story about it, just the pieces of the story themselves. And they give an example like, I hate my job. That's the problem. I'm miserable at work. I hate it. All right, what are you working with here? Is it burnout? Are you working with a set of values that's not aligned? Is it a lack of growth in your job? Is there no path forward? Is it dead end? Let's name the precise situation that you're working with. So hate my job is like a surface layer. So you go one layer deeper. What is that hate a symptom of? What dynamic or what condition or what state is happening here underneath all of that? And maybe what changed? Was it always like this, or was there some kind of shift? So step 2, it says remove the impurities from the metal. We're forging, remember. What is clouding your judgment? What is getting in the way of you seeing some of this that you need to see? Is it your ego? Your shadow maybe? Is it fear? Do you risk losing something if you look too closely at this? Do you have a personal stake in an outcome where you can't risk being objective? Is it habit? Is it there's something pulling you in a certain direction that is just a tendency of yours? Maybe it's temperament, and that's kind of coloring how you see this. You don't have to change any of it right now, but just be aware of what might be tilting your story one way or the other. It says, like refining metal, you have to burn off the slag before you can shape the steel. For all of our Brits out there, isn't that something else in your country, a slag? The people that stand on the street corners? Or is that something? Let me know. Okay, you burn off all of the impurities in your judgment, in your perception, And now you're ready to heat and hammer. I like that. This is the shaping phase. This is where you experiment, you take the parts, you arrange them different ways, you open up new options, you try different solutions. This is the forging of those solutions. And a lot of time it's done through experimentation. There's some failure, you can reforge. If you mess up, if you make a mistake, you can go back into the forge and redo it with something else. Try something else. This is the solution finding. And it says, this is a good question actually. What is the next small hammer strike I can make? The little targeted, that's those power moves. What is the next tiny change or tiny step I can take that's going to have a maximum impact on where I'm trying to go? Those are the power moves. It could be as simple as stop eating a donut in the morning. Like instead of 3 donuts, just have one. It could be as simple as that. That's a tiny targeted strike you could make if your goal is to get fit. And step 4, it says to quench it in truth. That's where you dip it in the water and it sizzles and it cools off. It says after you've determined your power move, reflect. What can you learn from this? What can you expect? Gain some outcomes. If I make this move, prepare for like 2 or 3 or 4 possibilities. Get you some plan A's, some plan B's. Get ready to make another step. And what worked and did not work in this problem solving, so that next time you have a problem, you can refine it and solve it a little better. Every problem you solve, you're going to improve your toolkit. You're going to gain a new tool from. An existing tool is going to get better, going to get leveled up. So in a problem-solving mindset, the goal is not to avoid the problem. It's not an avoidant approach. It's definitely a direct, confrontational approach in the sense that you are confronting the problem. You're taking it on as a challenge. And that's something men at their best, I think, are called to do in society. And when we step up and do it, it's a beautiful thing to see. But we need the support to continue doing it as a lifestyle, as a habit, as a norm, as a standard. So the goal is not to avoid, it's to get better at meeting them, to get those tools sharpened. Remember, we're knights in training, nobility, warriors of light. We're sharpening our swords, our tools, so we can ride out into the world. These are mental tools, perhaps spiritual tools, community tools. That's what we're forging. So that's the broad outline. And today you can bring a situation. It can even be made up. Bring an example. The AI gave me a couple we could use if we need to. But we have enough problems on here that it seems like we could start putting this to use. We have a forge now to work with, a problem-solving laboratory. So in closing, it says that you can live your whole life trying to avoid problems, or you can see them as opportunities, which is what I like to do, because I love problem solving. I love puzzles. I love figuring things out. I love detective novels and detective series. Or you can take it as an opportunity to learn to solve them better and beautifully. And the tools are your mind. So it's an educational thing. Education is like one of the cornerstones of maintaining a civilization. And this is a form of education. So the tools are your mind, your patience, your willingness to suspend, to sit with, to be open, and your willingness to stay with the heat until the shape appears. Some of this shaping is forged in heat. So we talked the other day about being able to sit with strong emotion and heat. Those are some of the tools. And to think about today or this week, and you can come up now, or we're having our members only community campfire tonight. You could bring it there. If it's something that's more intimate, that you'd rather a small group, that's a good place to bring it tonight. And if you're not already a member, it's less than $5 a month, and it really helps this channel. All right, here you go, and then I'll drop the link. What is one problem in your life, one situation, one challenge that you're facing, one roadblock, one obstacle that you could treat as a Forge project this week, one of these problem-solving projects? And we could practice on it, or you could just tell us what it is and maybe practice on it yourself. So that's today's stream. I'm going to drop the link. And it looks like we are a go with Eddie. So in less than 2 hours, I'm going to wrap this up and shift over to his. All right, let me catch up on comments and drop the link. And I'm starting to segment the content on this channel. And so we have a little morning, start your day streams. This is the learning, doing stream. So if you don't like the nerdy stuff, you can skip this stream. And then in the evenings, we have our community campfires, which is a time to come together and just connect, tell stories. They're going to be focused. They're going to have a topic, and they're going to be facilitated. And then in the evening, we sometimes get our nightclub, our lounge, our back room. And tonight is the Beaver Moon. So the lounge will be open sometime in the evening. And it is a free-for-all panel, no topics, anything goes within limits. Keep it dignified and tasteful like we are around here. And so those are the different types of content that things are starting to get separated into here. Hey, Ross. Welcome back. Oh, mine too. I love green. Hey, Chuck. Good to see you. Yes, Sean, I know what you're talking about. Because I came from the kink world before I came from the mental health world. And so when I got into the mental health world, kinks, there's no CBT, is something completely different. And it was like a billable service they were giving to patients. Wow, they really have come a long way with the sexual repression. Yeah, yeah, sometimes it is. It's a sudden realization of yourself. You snap into realizing who you are or who you're not, and it causes a shift, and you make some small little change because of that realization, and there's your power move. Oh, yeah, we will. Let me do that. Well, the thing is, also Hebrew Hammer is starting to go live more, and I may be stopping by his panel more and more. I'm trying to find channels that I can recommend as part of the network, that if I'm not streaming, you have another stream that's similar you could go hang out on, and that way it helps grow their channels. It helps bring new audience to my channel. It has that network effect that keeps that energy circulating and builds community. Hello, she. Oh, no, she better don't. Alrighty, we have us a guest. Guess the guest. This is an easy one. He's one of our best guests. All the way from Plastic Africana.
I think that's.
What's up? You look so cool with that background. You go perfect with the background.
What background?
The street background.
All that crap behind me.
Yeah, all the crap. It
Yeah,
fits you
yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know where to ever see it that way, and yeah, I got too much, man. And this is just.
But we need at least the beard. So lower the camera a little bit, so we can. Because you're not you without your beard. You've branded yourself into a corner there.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, nothing much, man. I hope you're well. I'm glad you're not. I don't know why you dropped your job for this, but good luck. If you're going to go.
What does that mean?
I mean, go full in. I mean, you're doing it.
Yeah, that's why I dropped it. to go
Yeah,
full in. Is that like a keep your day job thing?
well, I would always say keep something that's on the sly, where you can always have some revenue somewhere else. Like
Well,
it's
I
always
did temporarily dismantle one of the legs of my stool, but I can always get it back.
yeah, yeah,
That's
cool.
not going to keep me from doing what I'm doing here because this is
Yeah, of course.
definitely where I
Of
need to
course.
be right now.
No, that's cool. And you were talking to the guy with his silver mine the other day, and I was
Oh
watching
yeah,
it. I
fatty.
was just like you said, when I was young, I remember mine dumps. Oh, and they're probably really dangerous places to fuck around in and play around in
Was this in
caves.
Africa? The African mines?
This is in South Africa. Yeah, some of the mines there, some of the
Wow,
shafts,
those are deep.
loads of stuff. Oh my god, bro! Like I was young, and then I went to like when I was in Namibia when I was a teenager. We went into the deserts where the Germans were mining, and those places were like they were shafts down, bro. They weren't shafts through; they were down, and it was freaky as hell.
Oh,
And dangerous as well, like really dangerous because they're not mapped out in those terms. This is like valleys, and then it was for I believe plutonium and uranium that they were mining out there. Yeah.
did you play around in it? That might
No,
shed
no,
some
I didn't play around in
light,
there.
pardon the pun, on a
No,
lot.
no, 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 no.
Oh,
I don't know. The mine dumps were probably worse because of the arsenic and stuff. That was, they became caves, don't they? Remember, they dumped all the mine slag there, and that became a mountain. It was ridiculous. Yeah,
hey, are
freaking.
you showing up tonight for the members only thing?
If I'm awake, but probably when
Okay,
is it?
you'll be
Tomorrow's
awake. You'll be awake and full, because
that's
that'll
fine.
be perfect for these stories.
What
Do
sort?
you have a situation or a problem you're in? You said
Mm,
you're going down to the coast.
yeah, yeah. There's always problems in life,
Do
no
you
matter
have one
what.
we could practice on?
Um, well, for me, for real, it should be more fitness, like truly
You
done. Because
well,
no, that's for me. I mean, you climb. I used to mountaineer. I have done lots of exciting things, and seeing you do that, it reminded me of how shit scared I was when we used to have to abseil or go up. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah,
The first climber, you know what you're doing. You believe you can do it. It's more in the legs. You hang with the arms.
yeah,
All that. You know what I mean? It's very. You have to jump. But I was much lighter then. I was a lighty. You know what I mean? I'm not lanky, but I'm more heavy than you. Heavy set, yeah. But I could still
yeah.
handle
Probably
myself in
wear
some of
belt
those.
loops.
Yeah, I could still handle myself in some of them. And I've met some badass climbers, but mine is more actually always support. So, yeah, when I had a little crisis the other week and I had to run really quickly, a good mile to get somewhere because it was a crisis. And without knowing in my fitness, I thought, geez, I didn't even know I did it. And then a few days later, I was like, oh shit, my knee hurts. I realized, like, shit, it's because I'm not running enough, as in I'm not used to it anymore. And the injuries that one takes over their life, things, when we get old, things stop working, and we need to maintain ourselves. So
Yeah, that's definitely a problem to solve as you.
and one is always food, which is nutrition, which your body requires,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
should
good thing in
understand.
America we have that taken care of because we have
Well, I mean,
we can
America has the
process
highest
any kind of
obesity.
food
Yeah, you guys have the
cheaply.
highest obesity and all that in the world. I
Well,
mean,
I don't. I'm not worried about
well,
that
I know
problem.
you do it.
That's not a
I can
problem I need to
see so.
solve.
Yeah, but I can't believe you. I cook. I cook. I love cooking. I made pizza dinner. I raised the dough, 2 days. Was nice,
That's
and
too
then did
much
it.
work to eat a pizza.
Yeah, yeah, and it's make it. It's proper do it. Yeah, I love it, man. She's good.
Gabriel,
Yeah.
Bobby Kimball, he's the vocalist for that song. He's from South Louisiana, where I'm from, and he
The
sang
music with
Rosanna too.
chicken cow,
Chicken who?
the chicken cow song or something.
No,
Oh,
he's talking about Toto.
oh,
Africa, you know the song Africa.
yeah. I see my Africa. Yeah,
Africa, gonna
yeah.
take
No,
some time to do the
again, Jeff.
things we never had.
Again, Jeff. I always say, like, as I grew up in Africa and I'm here in England, and I'm one of those. I've always been apart from both. You
Right.
understand? I
You're
have this tear
bi-cultural,
in me,
kind of.
this
Except
cold. Yeah,
to
exactly.
Americans, you all sound the same.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, with America, kind of, oh, you Canadians. It's like going to New York and saying, "Hey, look at you guys. You're from Jersey." Huh?
I think they're LA or like some. They're American, but he got recruited somehow as one of the vocalists and joined them. Well, I was hoping to get a problem from somebody while we have the lab open.
Well, my
So,
fucking problem
do you
is
have
that
any?
I'm not.
Are you wrestling with the situation where you're trying to figure out the best move, the best play?
Who for me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
in
you a
itself,
strategic person, or do you like
I'm
just kind
very.
of wing it?
No, no, no. No. Again, I was going to say, do you have um, insurance? Do you pay for insurance, Jeff?
Like
Yeah,
car insurance?
any insurance, life insurance. You pay for insurance.
I have car insurance.
There we go. Do you have a household insurance, contents insurance that you have now? What you worth?
I
Life.
rent. I don't.
There
Yeah, I
we go.
rent.
So, there we go. So yeah, if you got that, then
I
you're.
guess health insurance.
Yeah, you have to have it there, don't you? You got to raise your
Yeah,
money.
yeah. They require you have to when you file your taxes, you have to prove
Mm.
that you have health insurance.
Yeah, exactly. You guys do that. For years, this country has always been about looking after your taxes because of PYE or back or something they do because they make sure they are calculated as a and then it's done, it's deducted. So you don't have to do it. It's easy, right? Mm. Um, yeah, strategic wise, I don't know if I want to stay in this country long.
Oh,
Yeah, so but I'm torn between why and what's going on within this place, which is again it's a daunting and nasty look at it and the identity of this country. I think that
but I thought you had a pretty good lifestyle there.
Mhm, mhm.
You would give that up?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat if I think that this place is going downhill for the wrong reason. You understand? Because again, in a heartbeat, I was snatched out of Africa to be placed here. So for me, it's like, okay, well, do I take everything that I have and try to go somewhere else? And
Where would you go? Back to Africa?
I don't know yet. Actually, there's a few options. I would say it depends on the timing and what I want to keep here, what I can't take away. So that means I always need a home. So I'll keep some land. I'll keep the house, and I'll make sure it's rented and looked after. You know what I mean? Maybe come back every now and again, check it out. But overall, I don't want to see that. I want to be able to actually look at a future, and I
I
don't have.
thought you were starting that little like cafe thing where you were gonna have like mental health people.
Since what's going on with Rachel Reeves and the Chancellor and the new budget that's coming out,
Oh,
that's all completely scrapped. Um,
oh, okay.
because
So it
because
might
of
be time to pack up and
well,
bail.
this is how fluid everything becomes right now, and why things should be more grounded for us all. And
Well, you can be grounded. Like you don't have to act during the
yeah,
chaos.
but one has to see, I guess, an improvement at least. There's something I'm giving. And yes, maybe you're right. You are very right in myself. I need to give more time to others in around me. Yeah, as in I need to mentor more
Like
kids in a
just
different
make
way.
sure you're like know if you're gonna do that, know why you're doing it. Have it be something realistic, not just
No,
being
no.
reactive to your imagination suggesting possibilities.
Um, I'm trying to think of actually leaving a little legacy somewhere like that. Okay, already I'm thinking of that because of what I've gone through and where I am in the
Yeah.
midlife. Yeah,
That little cafe thing sounded like a cool legacy.
I love it.
I think I don't know, check with your,
Well,
it's a federal thing, but check with your state because part of it is like you're supposed to go to the marketplace and get it if you don't have it through your work or the Medicaid, but not all the states have the expanded Medicaid. So it depends on what state you're in. And if they don't have a way to provide you insurance, find out what you're supposed to do on your taxes. I have a feeling
yeah,
it's going to depend on your sate, even though it's a federal requirement.
I mean, yeah, but other than that, yeah, I would always love to join you guys somewhere in an adventure down some shafts. Sounds down.
Some
So
rabbit
it does.
holes of molten
Yeah,
iron, steel.
steel, yeah, man.
We're forging steel here,
I
man.
mean, I wouldn't even mind rocking up and doing some panning somewhere one day with you Americans.
That'd be fun. We could go to the silver mine.
Yeah. Oh no,
The
you don't
freak
pan.
want the freak and I want to go move rocks somewhere
Yeah, yeah, but
together.
then you have to smash it up, and it's a whole to panning for gold, which is in a river or in a
Yeah.
there's a different thing. Yeah,
I think it's more fun to run around the tunnels
yeah, of
than to
course,
just
yeah.
sit in a stream and shake a pan around.
And then you got to take a lot of candles and then find somewhere and then do a
Well, you
boogie.
get your headlamps. You
Yeah,
gear
yeah.
up.
You bring candles and stuff when you can sit somewhere, and you just put them
And I guess
around.
you need your canary too. We'd have to find
Yeah, you're
a
Mary. Oh
bird and the
God.
cage
Yeah.
and the
These
newspaper and
days,
the feed. Somebody
these
have to
days,
change the water.
Americans are tiny, buddy.
We'd
That's
have
the
to
biggest
keep him
thing.
tied to the little stick.
Yeah, but with technology these days, yeah,
Oh, they probably have an app now. You don't even need the canary.
no, you need an atomizer,
Oh.
so it sucks in, breathes it
Besides,
for
that's
you.
just the coal mine. This is only a silver mine. I don't think you need a
Who
canary
knows, man?
for a
It's been
silver
sitting
mine.
there for so long. You got to be so careful. I mean, about. I mean, there's a CME coming in, or three that happened.
Oh, what?
Huge. The sun had a huge flare. They
Oh,
had
oh, one of those
three,
solar flares that maybe that's why my signal's been going
maybe.
out late.
Yeah,
That's what, because last solar flare, that's what happened.
yeah, these ones haven't even hit yet. But look,
Oh,
then one of them, I think they reckon it might swing past us because it came in, but a lot of them weren't facing us when it
you bring
happens.
us some hard problems. These are
I mean, yeah, but
hard to figure out what power move to make against a solar flare.
you can't. Well, the only
Fiber
thing
optic, how
is
about that?
far away, and you know, if it is a bad one, everything
Oh
should be
my
turned.
God, what the fuck? Gabriel. Wow. Hang on. Dude, you're getting music for that. Whoa. Okay, hey. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Let's see. Living in Taiwan with family. Son. Good for him. My first instinct is you know your son way better than I do. Has he had the American experience so far? If he's American, to me, the earlier you get him the American experience, the better. If it's possible, if you can do it in like a healthy, safe way that doesn't. Wow. Well, thank you. Um, my brother, he's a half brother. He's my stepdad's kid and my mom. So he's the youngest. And when they split up, my stepdad got transferred to Indonesia. And so at a very early age, my youngest brother went and lived with him for years. Like went through elementary school, junior high school, and then he came back to the States for high school. So he had a very early American experience, and then he had an overseas upbringing and education, and then he re-entered American society at high school. He didn't really. I don't know what the experience was like for him. He's very well adjusted now. He's very successful. But um, that's a personal background that I have of somebody that kind of had that sort of Americanized but sort of not thing overseas. So he's never been
My
without knowing the situation, just off of instinct or intuition. I
me
would
or
just say like the sooner they could absorb American culture, even if it's virtual, even if they like just hang out on American Zooms or YouTube channels or watch American movies or just some way to get American culture so that he could get adjusted to American norms and American values, especially if he plans to live here at some point. And here's one for plastic. Eastern Europe.
not enough actually. To be honest.
Not
Yeah,
have you been there at
I
all?
don't know.
Were you able to
He's totally right.
successfully
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
integrate?
Eastern Europe. Yeah, yeah. That's the ex-commie style. Are you talking? The only time I went to Eastern Europe was Pristina, Kosovo. That was it for a public order, basically. That's it. So I got to see it that way. The closest east, I think I got in was Germany uh, on a holiday or going through.
You're welcome, Gabe. And if you have a personal connection with this story, I don't know. I think it's good for have someone that grew up without a father. If it's a healthy father, I think it's good for kids to have as many positive influences in their life as well. So if there's that in America as well as just the American culture, that's another reason to be
But
pro.
so the
Get him to
American culture.
America for a little while.
When you talk of American culture,
The
the
fries,
world.
dude.
No, no, no,
McDonald's
no.
fries. Start there.
McDonald's fries. That is a there's a too much, huh? McDonald's fries. I don't know. I mean,
Perfected that
America's.
shit. Our president even was
Mm,
pushing it for him. There was no greater representative of American patriotism and commitment and dedication than that fry segment he did. That was right behind the fist, the fight, fight, fight. He's iconic.
I've always admired Trump. I
Well,
mean that.
good. That's a good start. Start him.
Oh
Give him
yeah,
more fries. There's my answer. More
yeah.
McDonald's
Again,
fries.
I did at the time admire George W. Bush Jr. Because of his weirdly enough his commitment to what he believed in. He's doing his papa's job. What was it? Chini's dead, right? Chini died.
I remember when he shot that man in the face in the
Yeah,
woods,
when
and the
he was
guy
doing
forgave. He's like, "Oh, it's okay. I
it.
forgive him. We're friends. Who could be mad at Dick Cheney, even if he
He
shot
just
me
shot,
in the face? He's a good guy."
he shot him, man. He shot him for a reason, man. There's probably an argument on that little hunt that Chini didn't like, and
Who
he was trying
knows?
to shot him.
It's just,
Yeah.
but
But
he
then,
was cupcaking hard for Cheney
but
after that happened.
remember, I mean, during that time, they had what was it, Rumsfeld, and what was the woman's name? I always forget the
Was it
Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza or was that later?
Yeah, remember. So there was never any ideal about black or white America, correct? There was no the BLM issue. There was a little bit of the racism with the police, I guess. That's how I look at it, anyways. There you go.
Welcome, Busker. Do you have a problem that you're working with?
Well, I've always am working with problems. I mean, that's the story of my life, brother.
Oh yeah. Well, you're getting some of them solved though, because you got your lady the other day.
Yeah, in fact, she just left. She cleaned the shit out of my laundry room that had all this stuff that needed to be thrown out, and she got these huge fucking like leaf bags of stuff that she took out to the. And it's thank God it's fucking tomorrow's trash day. So for once, it got out on trash day.
Wow, she's setting a standard too.
Yeah, dude. I'm happy with her.
I love all this good stuff that's happening.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a relief, no doubt. So how you doing, man?
Doing good. Just hanging out. I'm gonna go over to Eddie's in an hour or so, and we're gonna do a mental health topic together.
There you go.
So
How's it
I'm just
going?
keeping the stream going until then. I did a
How's
little thing on problem solving, and then African came up and
yeah?
became the problem to
I
solve.
was
No, I'm just
I,
kidding.
I was gonna say how you doing, African?
Well, like Jeff was saying, I'm the problem of Jeff tonight. That's why I.
Oh, shit.
It's like, what's the problem, plastic?
With problems like these, who needs solutions?
Yeah, we always need solutions. I love finding solutions. No matter what it is, I'm a solution finder. You know that.
What did they
Yeah.
say? They say in the mental health world, people are not a problem to solve; they're a something, a person to get to know, or something like that.
Mm. Well, I mean, the best bet is always having some sort of ideal in your life that is for the greater good. If one is
Well,
so
it
selfless in his time and his work, That's the way it is, you know.
It's
And to
nice
be
when it's
honest,
for the greater good, but I don't rely on everybody to that have
no,
that
no,
level
no,
of.
no one should. No one should. Again, the horrible thing is like you shouldn't go around saying, "Hey, look at me! Look what I do! I
Yeah.
help everybody." Bullshit. You know, we're all good.
Yeah, there's plenty of those kind of narcissistic, egotistical motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, you just a healthy community just contains them. Keeps them minimized to the minimum destruction.
Yeah.
Well,
And they
Jeff,
end up they look for certain environments and certain people, so they tend to filter themselves out of the healthier climates anyway. If this is not like fertile waters for them, unless they're trying to date me, then they're guaranteed to be a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath.
Uh
All
oh.
any of the cluster be the triad.
You mean like anybody who dates you is going to be like that?
If usually if I'm attracted to it, if there's that charge, that excitement, that infatuation, they are that personality type because it's that childhood imprinting or programming that determines your attraction where it forms very early. And mine is imprinted on that personality type because of my
Wow.
childhood. And so anytime they come around, I get really excited. And I know right away if I'm too into a person too quickly, they're probably a dark triad. Because nice guys don't turn me on. Like the good people, the healthy people that I'm trying to create don't turn me on. I'm
Well,
creating very unsexy people here, but it's
I
for the
mean,
greater
like,
good.
I
It's the bad boys that do it.
the only thing I can say is like the bad boys usually end up, not always, but they can end up fucking your life. Uh,
Yes, they can. Very,
it's
very.
like
They're dangerous. That's why I'm risky.
yeah,
It's
it's one of those things you got to be like really careful with. With chicks, man, like, uh, I don't know what my type is anymore because everybody seems to be a lefty winging cunt.
all the girls.
Yeah. Oh,
oh man,
especially Baltimore, yeah. Like
uh,
Maryland,
Where
Baltimore.
are the trad girlfriends?
yeah, but I've been with the same woman almost 20 years now, guys. You know that.
Where'd you find her? I guess things weren't as
Oh,
polarized then, though, as they are
oh
now.
no, they hit a pub.
A pub.
She was
Where
painting
did you
her
find
house.
her? A pub, B pub, or
First
C pub?
people, first club and pub. No. Don't get me wrong. She was taking a break, drinking wine in her overalls while painting her pad, and I
That
came
is
in.
sexy.
It is actually, and I was like, you know what? I looked at her and thought, yeah, I'm gonna score tonight, and so I bought her a
I'm gonna
drink.
get me some of that.
Yeah, and you know what? I never stopped getting me some of that. No, for real. And even her, we both fell in love
Just
together. It
kept
was
coming.
actually magic. It was magical. It was actually beautiful. I love it, man. We never got married. That's the problem. She always
We've
wants to
reached
marry.
the
I'm like,
entertainment portion of our
yeah,
So,
segment.
Plastic, are
This
you
is the
still with
fun.
the woman? Or
yeah. I'm still with it.
so what does she feel about you drinking?
Uh, well, I'm allowed to drink. I'm my own man.
So that she doesn't give you any
Oh
shit.
But she can nag. They have the power of nagging. Does she
Yeah.
activate it?
no, no,
Okay.
no. I mean,
Is she
her
an
her,
enabler?
her outbursts are worse than nagging. So I listen. It's not. She is not a pushover as a woman. Believe me, it doesn't
Hey,
work.
Hebrew.
And it works for me, bro. Like I
Yeah.
say,
It
she's
sounds
my
like
counterbalance in life.
you got a good pick right there, brother.
Super.
Oh yeah, man, she's crazy. That's the problem. But she's my sort of crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes two people have the right kind of crazy
Yeah,
or the right kind of dysfunction that they just fit together. They're so
that's that.
fucked up in the same way that they belong with each other.
Can well if they're too closely like that could be a problem if they're too
Oh
much
no,
alike.
I'll give you the gravity of this lady. Okay, she worked for Slaughter and Bay. I don't know if you know them, a law firm, and they used to concord her from London to New York for business. So I used to
Wow.
set her on the Concorde. You go bang, and come back and forth. Her deal back in the day when she was making big money was she was making patents and for weaponry. That's what she did. She's a patent lawyer, and
Oh.
goes through the whole thing with trademarks and litigation, all that crap, down that way, corporate to the high end. Yeah, banging man. Yeah. And
So
that's why she had this guilt about killing people. I have a guilt about killing people.
does she
Bang,
is
crazy.
she a defender or a
Hey.
prosecutor?
Oh no, 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 that doesn't work that way. I mean, she's not
There's a
for
rom
criminal law,
com in there
not
somewhere.
criminal law, but when she defends her clients in terms of what they have and own, she's the best. It's not a prosecution lawyer in terms of that. She's a barrister by trade, so
Yeah, she's defending.
Does she have to wear the little wig?
nah, she doesn't do that.
I thought
Oh,
in England they still had the wigs.
They do, yeah. Also, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. There's mad things, and yeah. Again, I understand that because I'm ex-military, so I understand where the law goes in that term. And we have military law, civil law, and she does all that other stuff. American litigation is different to ours, separated, right? You
hmm.
guys got out. In South Africa, it's Roman Dutch, I believe. Yeah, Roman
Mm.
Dutch law.
Roman Dutch. I
Roman?
didn't.
Yeah. Roman Dutch law, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Is
So
that the
there's
civil law, like Roman civil law?
I think so. I mean,
Because in the U.S., all of the states are based on the English common law, except for
yeah, yeah.
one, which is Louisiana, which is based on the Napoleonic Code, which is civil law.
Wow, that's French. Fuck yeah.
And there's a special Louisiana law that lawyers have to learn if they want to practice in Louisiana, because it's a
Really?
different legal system than
Right.
all of the other states.
Sick.
would you,
So
would
it's
you
an
say
independent
And
thing, yeah.
it sounds more Roman, like the civil type.
Mm. Well, again, that's why the missus, she understands law to a high degree because of what she did, where she went through her
hmm,
schooling, if you
The
will,
missus,
in Oxfordshire.
the little filly, your
Mm.
gal.
And that's she's
I'm
a fiery
just,
Disney
I'm
girl,
just
right?
teasing. I gotta do my thing.
Well, anyway, but again, she would be my hope and probably the hardest thing to keep in my life because just that's it. There's
Like to
always a
be worthy of her constantly.
yeah, of course, yeah.
That's a
There's
good
always
challenge, though. It keeps you sharp.
oh god, man, yeah, it's too much,
Well,
and that's the
well,
way it is. So, but we're great together, man. When we travel, where we go, how we get away with it, it's always brilliant.
get away. I've never heard of someone describe travel as getting away with it.
Well, because
Tell us more.
when we go, it's quite dangerous some of the time. Or we
Where?
explore, or
You'll
Egypt.
deliberately go to dangerous places or as part of your work?
Well, it's not part of my work. It's wanting to see ancient ruins, ancient
yeah, dude.
ancient areas of this earth, and actually going through that process. And it was it's dangerous, and frankly, we get away with it, and we haven't been killed yet
What was your last trip?
together.
Yeah.
And where was it?
What was the ruins?
The ruins. I guess it was Petra, Jordan.
Oh.
To the other one
Yeah,
was
that is kind of. I'd be a little nervous of going in that area right now.
we tried to get Assyria, but that
All
was
right, we
gone
have
no
another
go.
guest. Give a welcome to
The other one.
the operator himself.
What's up, Hebe?
Welcome.
You there?
Yep.
Yeah, hello.
Hebe, yeah,
Hey.
there he is.
What's up?
How we
Eddie's
doing?
going live in about an hour. We're gonna do our thing.
Yes, yeah, you sent me a message on Discord, so
Okay.
fair enough.
And
Hey,
I kept
Spike.
checking into your stream, but there was some guy on there really angry and screaming about all kind of weird stuff, and I just kept waiting for
Agriculture.
I don't know something about a dog abusing a dog, and somebody's girlfriend or women or something, and he was in a hoodie, and
What
he
the
just seemed
fuck are you
really
talking
angry
about?
Was
and
that the
and
one that
screamy,
made the
yelly.
news that ended up abusing his dog? Like that
Maybe,
was
but it was
somebody
definitely not something that
On Pike, what
was
was
what
it?
I was trying to go.
Whatever his name.
Hebrew, was that the dude I'm talking about? The one that was
I
on
have
the
no idea what Jeff is even talking about.
He had a
I
black hoodie. He had a shirt with like an angel drawing on it.
oh that he I was restreaming him
Oh.
because that's Dumpstar. That's my arch nemesis that like
Oh, no
wants
wonder I didn't like him. He had
he
such
wants
a
to
bad
drive
energy.
he wants to drive from Nevada to Oregon to end me. Yeah. He's
Oh
he's
shit.
Oh, that's not
he's
good, man. Why is he saying that shit?
Yeah, I'm glad I stayed off. So anyway, that's why I didn't show up because of that.
yes, okay. I wanted you to come to the stream before that one, the one that I did. I had Sean up there. I had WS.
Oh,
What's
from
his name?
Ireland.
Yeah, yeah. The island guy
Yeah,
was up there. What's up, African?
eco-socialist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's it going? I didn't know you were Yura. It's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong.
What?
I'm not.
Oh, well, I don't mind. Seriously, don't mind. I'm a 16th, so hey. Hey,
No, I'm not. But I'm not though.
yeah, that's good. Well, you got to start. I don't know why. But then,
What is your background? Your genetics?
you, us all, or just
Not you, Hebrew.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
I'm Polish and
Oh,
Russian.
Polish.
Okay.
holy shit. That's what, yeah. From Russia through Poland into Ireland, me. From there, from the 16th.
I
After.
heard Poland's
Oh,
not letting all the illegals into their country. I heard they're like, no way. Good for
oh,
them.
they're not, no, not now, dude. I'm talking about my ancient family, bro. Like one side of it at least.
I was talking to Hebrew about the Polacks,
Yeah,
Polish.
yeah. They're I think the Germans and the Polacks are kind of gearing up, getting ready. I think some shit's gonna pop off.
Yeah, I think so too. Probably
Like
They're
what? With each
they're right
other?
there. No,
Oh.
with all the
with
invaders.
Russia and Ukraine.
Oh, they're gonna get
Are
Oh,
involved.
you
well,
mad?
I thought it was ending. I thought Trump was ending that war.
No, are you mad though?
but like
Seriously.
the Polish
I didn't pay attention. Is it
in
madness to
Trump.
Poland,
not pay attention to
uh,
something that chaotic?
like Poland is different because they won't let illegal immigrants into their country. That's what I've heard recently.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the
Oh,
closest one
Ricardo!
in Europe.
Ricardo has fireworks. Sorry, breaking news. All right, go ahead.
I just said, well, that's what I heard. Do you know if that's true, Hebrew?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like I think they're taking a stance like America should have and
No,
UK should have.
yeah, so
Good peace.
Poland has done that. The UK is in very big trouble. Europe is
I
screwed.
know, man.
I
Dude,
saw
you guys
France.
got it worse than we
I
do
don't
in
know,
a lot of
you
ways.
way worse. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's still hope. But nevertheless, like I was in France, I saw the whole thing go downhill over a period of 5 years when I was visiting there and staying there for a while. Not good, man.
Oh man,
You
yeah.
know,
Are you
you
worried
get
about your property values?
it's not just property values. It's what you'd say is what our money goes towards is a huge problem where we have a benefit system here in this country and litigation and law from the European Human Rights Court that actually give money and billions to it to keep people here fighting extraditions.
Well, that's a political problem. That's
Um,
a policy problem. So you have to just
right.
get your people in there that are going to make different policies
Yeah,
or
yeah,
advocate or
yeah,
something.
but for years and years, it happened through Europe because of the problems that it's just become over
Yeah,
capacity.
it's like
There's a big
re-
problem, Jeff.
receiver pitch right
Yeah,
there.
it's fever pitch, baby. Yeah, yeah, you know it, man. It is literally like I look like this, not because once I put my makeup on and I get my fucking
Well, how
yeah.
come Poland can say no, but UK can't?
Well, that's probably due to the corruption within our system manifest of
Yeah, they're
why.
totally different continents. I mean,
Yeah,
geography.
I mean, Britain's even further away than Poland. It'd be a lot easier to say no. We're too far. Let's go
No,
to
no,
the
no.
closer countries.
Jeff, for years they've been bringing people in legally through the methods of coming here, and they're net or negative net contributors. They don't give enough.
So this is not even illegal. This is the system is working, and even working, it's draining the
Yeah, yeah,
thing. Well, that's a broken system.
there we go. And
So
this
y'all
is
have to fix it from within through
yeah,
the political process.
yes.
So
And
if
the
you're not doing that, then start doing that. Otherwise, you're just whining.
yeah, I know you love to say that, Jeff.
Hmm.
But
Am I wrong though? What is? What else is it? Is it venting? Is it having a positive effect?
I think there is an almost revolt here going on
Yeah.
in the country.
Yep.
Okay, learn that you guys will see.
But the difficulty I'm having is thinking. Speaking of problem solving, if I was in the same exact situation, my first instinct would be to get up and do something about it to change it. It wouldn't be to sit on the internet and just talk about it for like years and years.
Well, it's
That
good to
seems
give.
powerless.
Well, giving people awareness is actually good.
You can give awareness as
Y-
you're doing something, as you're
Some
taking that.
people
You
are
can
very
stream the
ignorant
action
to
you
it.
take and educate people.
You've
Did
heard of Tommy Robinson, haven't you?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
did you
yeah.
guys
You've heard of him, haven't you? Tommy
I
Yeah.
Robinson.
think if he's who I'm thinking of, he might have stopped by here one day. Does he
No,
do a
No,
he
radio
didn't.
show?
No way.
no, no,
did
no. You don't know
did
him.
you
Then
Oh, okay.
did you guys hear about Tehran, Iran?
No.
Oh no, I'm looking him up now. No, I don't know this guy.
Their dams, they're completely out of water. Like there's
Oh,
no
shit.
water for the people to drink, so because they're putting all their money into nuclear, like to making bombs and shit and making a nuclear whatever.
holy shit, they needed
Drinking
the water.
water in Tehran could run
There,
dry in 2 weeks.
That's
Iranian officials
there's
say that's from Al
wow.
there's
Jazeera.
Oh,
and that was
no.
one of the richest places in Iran.
100% drop in precipitation. A
Oh
historic
wow.
drought.
So water has stopped. I mean, this could also be the whole thing with controlled, again, biological. Is it environmental warfare?
Yeah.
Controlling.
People
You think it's
people were
like people are
literally
deliberately draining Iran's water supply? It's
No, no,
secret
he's right
like
to say that
military
the
operation.
government are using it for industry, so there's no water, and now they've had negative water come
well
in.
90% of their water goes to agriculture.
90%. Wow, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
they're
like
in
that.
mountains, aren't they?
80 or 90, something like that, and they ran out because they're using all their money, and now they don't have any money either because they're putting it all into nuclear war. So
Stupid motherfuckers.
they were literally, I saw guys taking their hands and drinking out of puddles, like little
Oh,
tiny
dude.
puddles that were like water that were dirty and like dusty, and they were trying to drink it. Yeah.
Man, like, you can go without food for a while, but water, no. You gotta have liquid.
Dude, I
You've got
went
to
without
be
water for 3 days, and I fucking cramped up so bad I couldn't even fucking move.
Oh, man, yeah, you needed some serious electrolyte shit going on there. Like the
I was
cramps, like that helps cramps, electrolyte stuff.
I was up in the mountains and fucking. I had no iodine. I had nothing. I mean, I could have boiled water, but the river was so far away that my body wouldn't let me. Like I couldn't move. Like I
Yeah,
was
shit.
stuck, paralyzed.
were you rescued in that? Then?
Oh yeah, my brother. Yeah, he was like, "Why doesn't he come home?" Because I told him I'd be home in 3 days if I didn't come home. I told him where I was at.
You fucking found you. You're lucky.
Yeah, man, it's a good thing you told them where you were.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why.
all everyone, yeah.
That's why I keep a whistle and a mirror on my backpack.
Yeah, always. But yeah, loads of things you can take. America's massive for that. That's what I just fathom it. I mean, I grew up in Africa, and I've seen the Kalahari, the Namib. I mean that was amazing. Going to Kenya, seeing the Serengeti, up to Kilimanjaro, and Mount Kenya into
Thank you,
glacier,
Dagmar.
seeing that shit. But America having what you guys have as like Jeff says, American culture is amazing.
The fries.
It's something to be really proud of being American.
I
You know
am.
that.
But I
You
don't
don't-
have anything to contrast it with either. This is all I know. So it's like a default pride. It's not one
I'm
grounded in experience.
Well, no, I know, of course, but where it came
well,
from.
I'm proud. I'm proud of the rights that I'm given when I'm born here. I'm proud of like to be able to have the freedoms and the choices. You know, like the freedom to make choices and to have choices. So that's pretty fucking badass, I guess. Like
Yeah.
Is it in the pursuit of
It
happiness?
set a standard. It gave me a certain standard of freedom that I'm
But
very
is it,
proud to be able to live under, and it's hard for me to go to a lesser standard now after having that be the
yeah, we're
default
in the
from
pursuit
birth.
of happiness, isn't it? That you guys have in
Yeah,
that.
that too.
Yeah,
I'm free
that
to
is the
pursue whatever I want to pursue
connection.
without much
That
interference.
that is such a structural thing to say in any history, let alone again when we
That
think,
was the goal of democracy from even the Greeks, and
right,
it's like this is the fruit of this is the ideal like
the Greeks said
coming into
slavery,
being.
didn't they? But
And the founding
slavery,
fathers worked very hard to help it be this way, and I'm so
our
blessed to be a
constitutional
part of that.
rights and like our freedoms. Yeah, like they're amazing.
Let's
oh,
hope the politicians don't tear it up.
The Second Amendment.
I don't feel at the mercy of the politicians. I have
well,
influence
the
over them.
politicians don't feel the mercy of the people, do they?
They do.
No, they
The
don't.
people swap out
Yeah.
politicians all the time here. They just
Well,
had a historic wave in this last
I
election
know what happened.
yesterday.
I know what happened. Yeah, I know. The swings and roundabouts, or the push and pull
Again,
of.
like talking about the facts. What are the facts here? It's a fact that politicians get voted out and replaced all the time.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of like the higher ups, it's like family, like their families after family, like the Clintons, and then you got like
She lost.
well, no, I know,
That's
but you
like I
get
was
what
like
I'm
none of
like
it
like
is
like
guaranteed to
like
where
there was
somebody
the
should feel
Bushes, like
powerless. Like, oh, the
Bushes, and then
Clintons
you
have
got
the
like the
Loco
Clintons,
power. There's
then you
nothing
got
I
like
could do but cry.
no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying. Go ahead.
but the word is nepotism, right? And so
Nepotism.
Even if that's true, that's my point. Even if that's the word, that you're focusing on the wrong locus of control. It doesn't even matter if it's nepotism. You should not be powerless as a result. That doesn't diminish your power.
my friend, you say that in a way that doesn't
Unless
exist.
somehow you think there's corruption.
Well, come
But
on,
I'm
Okay.
man.
not assuming corruption. I'm assuming the system is responsive to the will of the people. And if they decide they don't want the Clintons, they could put somebody else in, which in fact happened in
Yep.
2016.
Hang on. So you guys were speaking about before the whole poof that went on, and how you guys had the riot. Who was in prison? Somebody said he was in prison and been fed terrible food. You
What?
know, and
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
a.
me.
I got
It
lost
was you,
somewhere.
yeah. So there we go. So this
I
guy
don't know
went.
anything you just said. I totally missed it.
He said someone. I missed the beginning, but he said that someone was in prison and fed horrible food.
Was that
That's all I
Buster?
heard.
No, but no, I've been there, and it was fucking.
Yeah, you
I did.
told your prison story the other day.
I said it was me. Remember I was the
Yeah, we
last
all
stop
got
for the
everybody
truck
but
to
me has
go.
a prison story. I'm
We
jealous
got
now.
all the rotten
I
food, and
don't need one. I don't
we
need
had to
one.
go
I
on a
don't need
hunger
one.
strike, and fucking so they'd
Yeah,
fix the
yeah.
mold in the
And,
freezer.
and then you came out at the height of COVID riots, didn't
Yep.
you?
Yeah, I came
And
out
so,
right when the riots and the COVID was at its highest. Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
when you came out. Like
yeah, he
you
said
walked
that.
from prison into that world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
But don't get
Wow.
me wrong, I did get to watch a lot of it on TV, so I knew what was going on.
yeah,
But I obviously wasn't prepared for it though.
yeah. It is really disgusting what they did for all westernized society.
Dude, Portland was off the fucking hook, man. We were fucking. I've never seen them motherfuckers riled up like that before.
Dagmar, y'all don't have guns, and I bet there's things that y'all can't
We
say that we can
we have
say.
got guns, but we don't have handguns, and we're not allowed automatic rifles.
You
But we
guys can
have
have like
rifles.
shotguns and hunting rifles, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot of guns in
A
these isles.
license.
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, they well, I gotta say this past 5 years has been nothing but shit from what I'm seeing, and like it started off with the riots about the what's that dude's name?
George Floyd.
George Floyd,
Floyd,
yeah, BLM
Floyd,
shit. Yeah,
Floridian riots.
yeah,
And
my
ever
God, that
since
was
then,
terrible.
like nobody goes down and busts
Oh,
and
it was
busts.
just
What?
no. It was the one thing that they had. It was the kid, wasn't it, with the gun, and he protected himself. And
Kyle,
you know,
what's his
what
name?
was his name?
Kulinski?
That's a
No,
different.
But
not
that was
Kyle.
after. That was during
What's
the riot. That was
Rittenfield?
But
Rittenhauer.
Yeah, that one.
That was
Rittenhouse.
after. That was after that because the riots
Yeah,
were going like he was protecting
exactly.
himself
Yeah,
from them.
it went like that. The curb went like.
For me, it was the riots was a change in the official narrative because the official narrative was this is a medical crisis. Science can guide us through this if we let the medical professionals do their job, follow these
Mm,
guidelines. And then suddenly when there was a political incentive, they're like, "Okay, y'all don't have to follow the guidelines anymore. This is worthy enough to break medical science advice and go out there and do the opposite of everything we've been trying to tell you to do up to that point." It was that turnaround for political reason, for a political truth instead of a scientific or medical truth. They
well,
sacrificed
uh,
truth to politics, to power. It was like a power grab. And that's
I
when it turned around for me. That was the beginning of the turn.
I think that the wait. Okay, never mind. I was gonna go to the
And it was the
riots, but
CDC, the official voice of the government that was given the advice, suddenly said, y'all can go protest. This is a worthy
I
enough
think
cause.
I think the riots, like when they first popped off, was it in Minneapolis? Isn't that where Floyd died?
Yeah, that's where Floyd was.
Okay, so when they started burning and looting all those buildings and like turning over all those cars and stuff,
yeah.
I see no point into destroying your own neighborhood and like destroying your own community.
It
Um,
it
Well, these
released a
people,
lot of violence in people. Like they were cooped up in their house,
yeah,
and this was pent up violence again, like activated by this political narrative of oppression, and
somebody,
this is the last
this
straw.
dude died who was already had prior issues and was on fentanyl, and I believe like the cops didn't use right procedure, and the dude died. You know how many people die in police
Watch the
custody a
body
year?
cam footage yourself,
Oh, I've
people.
seen
There's
it.
nothing
I've seen it.
controversial about this.
well,
Stop.
the footage is what broke it off, man. It's like
What?
fucking
Well, we
totally.
But
didn't even get to see the footage until
but
way
what I'm
after the
saying,
event.
were they at a boiling point, and that's just what spilled over the
I
pot.
think
That's
that
what
I
made the
think it
pot
was,
overflow.
and there's a boiling point politically because of the 4 years of Trump, but the lockdown itself, people weren't, they didn't have an outlet, they
Yeah,
were
you're
cooped
right, Jeff.
up, and
You're
so
right.
all of that together like formed this simmering, and when they let people loose to go protest, it like popped the top off of all that.
Yeah,
They should never have done. They should have kept everybody
inside.
organized like they had us before, following the science. When they changed to political truth, that's what all of that burst forth. That was irresponsible leadership.
You're right.
Hang on. But do you actually think that there was a problem here with what they were calling the coof? You know, do you reckon there really was something that would have killed grandma and grandpa all
There
the
were
time?
people. I have friends that died from it. There was.
I had a few friends that I'm not
And we
denying.
don't do this is a personal growth channel. I don't want to do these politics and conspiracies and COVID shit because there's other channels for this. I want to take this opportunity to do what I'm trying to do here, and
Well,
maintain the standard I'm trying to set. So if y'all can start respecting that when you cover, I don't mind some of these conversations, but I don't want that to dominate the space when I'm trying to set it up for people that want to come here and use it for what I'm
Oh,
setting
okay.
up
I'm
for.
sorry, Jeff.
It's not you. It's not.
Um,
You're fine with
that's
it.
all of it. It's just where it goes. Sorry.
But these
yeah,
conversations loop. They happen all the time. I could
They
sit and
bloody
write
do.
them out
They
as
bloody
they happen.
do.
I know the next 10 things you're going to say because I've heard them so many times.
I
They're
was gonna say
horizontal. They don't lead to anything
sometimes you gotta
that we
just
can learn from or grow
you gotta
from.
rein us in sometimes because the conversation will try. It will get off whatever.
Yep.
That's just me,
And
but
and for the evening ones, it's fine. Like
yeah,
there is a space for this. It's just not the daytime streams, I think. I'm trying to section off the content.
dude, America's full of lies, Dagmar. What do you think it? Sorry. The ball rolling here. Um, Let's see. Yeah. Took mom to the hospital, and she
How's
got
she
her blood
doing?
drawn, and we had lunch, and it was very nice.
How's
And
she, how's she doing?
she felt great today.
That's good. That's good.
She's up and kicking, and she was actually. I was very surprised. Like today was a good day, like so far. I mean, it's not over
Oh,
yet, but today was a very good day for her. So
yeah, but like
and
small victories.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, like I am grateful, and like it was cool. Yeah, I had a good time. Um, so that's all I really got right now.
And then you got to stream.
I kind of went back on my word a little bit on the whole like locale and trying to like change, trying to like
Oh,
be
do
because
you, do you, you
I
make the
was used to.
propaganda then? That's the guy who makes propaganda, right?
Huh? No, that's Fatty. You thinking of Fatty?
Oh, yes, Eddie, thank God. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh
one with the silver
please
mine.
don't compare me to. I like Fatty, but don't
Sorry, man.
compare me
No,
to the
I know.
propaganda.
Don't
Dude, I'm
confuse him with.
stuck in my own world at the moment. I was like, what?
I thought
Sorry.
that was some bullshit. My
He's
just myself. Like I just
nah. You
didn't
know, all the
I
Americans
feel
look
you.
alike to him.
like all that conspiracy theory shit. Like I understand it. I take it in, and then it goes in one ear and out the other because it's all bullshit.
I don't. I don't. I mean, I'm not judging it. It's just filler. And if we
Yeah,
can do something other than that, I'd rather do that.
people waste so much time on that shit. It drives me
Yeah.
nuts. It really does. It drives me insane. Like my friend is like addicted, and he's like
Because there's nothing
burning
to
me
do with it. I
DVDs and giving
can't
me
learn
bumper
from it. I
stickers and
can't
fuck
help
like
solve a problem. I
making me
can't teach something.
T-shirts and shit. It's like, bro, like you need to settle down. Like you're going down these rabbit holes that are not good for you. They make no sense. Like, I'm
It
sorry.
keeps you locked into a certain emotion. That's what Fatty was saying about the propaganda, that it's trying to get a certain emotion out of you. And if you're constantly exposed to it, it keeps you locked into that emotion. I was part of the Russiagate thing. I fell for that. And for 4 years, I was locked into this intense fear that Western civilization was coming to an end. And I was panicked for 4 years. It was a miserable state to be in. And it was all because I was being radicalized by this propaganda
Mm.
that was making me think something was going on that wasn't even going on. My mind, it was my imagination was doing it.
Yeah, man, it comes to politicians and politics and all that, it's all just imagination.
It really is. Like more of it than we think.
Yeah,
But sometimes that's all you have to go on. It's just
right.
being aware of it.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I disagree. Because no comms, no bombs, huh?
Know what?
No comms, no bombs. And then if you don't have communications, you don't get to like release what you need to do, right? In terms of where the battlefield is, that's what happens, right? That's the greatest money that I want to put my money into. And I bet it's still R&D. Hey, who's going to be the best man at the table? Who do you reckon in the next 30 years is the powerhouse of the earth?
I,
America,
My
Russia,
money's
China.
on America.
Yeah, my
yeah,
money's always been on America because America has some stuff that we don't even want to know.
have you ever heard of something called processing fluency? I believe that's what it's called. I read it about it in the green book. It's
Yeah, elaborate.
that's pretty much the whole propaganda thing, like something being repeated over and over and over to you. You it's easier to believe it after you're told it more and more and more because the
Yep.
information is easier to process. So like someone tells you something 10 times, you might think about it. Someone tells you something 50 times, you might do something about it. Someone tells you something 100 times, you're going to act on it and believe it. Someone tells you something 1,000 times, they'll die for it.
Not if it's crazy.
And
That's
that's,
what
Hey, Eddie.
that's reinforcement, isn't it? That's a reinforcement ideal that you can do to
And
many people.
social proof.
Yeah,
Advertisers
exactly.
use that
So,
too.
people are weak, people are feeble, and mostly they don't. They just want to live their good lives.
Y'all have a
So
very cynical view of people. I think that's another
I
I
think
mean,
it's
way
just
we
a
differ. Yeah,
Goebbels.
Eddie. I
really,
am. I'm gonna be
because
there.
well, no, I mean, of course, but I feel this because of the way that it lacks innovation and
There's
determination.
plenty of it, dude. Have you seen all the AI shit? There's
Yeah,
coming.
but
There's
the
Yeah,
plenty
we
of
were just
innovation.
talking
Where have
about
your
this.
eyeballs
Like,
been?
the end all to begin, right? It is a tool
Well,
utilization. But they seriously, this AI crap that we're all throwing ourselves
You
into.
are just a grump.
I'm not
brother, the AI is amazing. Like, think about all these people who want to be creative that but couldn't be creative because they weren't very good. You say like art or music or stuff like that. These people are able
no,
to
look, no,
express themselves.
I understand. Okay, no matter what AI could do for somebody, but when it comes down to the crunch, they don't know what they're really doing. They're utilizing an application for it through
That's right.
medium of words, or
Yeah, but
maybe.
that's any technology we've ever played with that we've been
Dude,
fine. I'm not,
AI
and I
made
don't, not any more
AI
worried about
made
this
my
than
dad's kneecap. You guys, AI made my dad's kneecap.
No,
My dad just had his knee redone, and literally AI created his fucking
printing,
kneecap for
yeah,
him
wow.
yeah.
and
What did
printed
it
it
do?
out.
Like
And
scan his
Good.
knee,
That's
and then
good
it knew
shit, man.
exactly
yeah,
what
yeah, it did
went
all
on
that
there.
shit. Yeah,
That's
and
good. Yeah,
put it
man.
in and like it scanned it like itself, and then put it in a computer, and then they like 3D print whatever they printed out or whatever, and then. But yeah, you got to think like
But
there's
the humans installed it, right?
yeah, of course, yeah. No, my dad installed it
Now
himself,
they
I
did.
think. But,
Maybe not down.
but
Maybe
no,
the
like.
robots will be better at it than humans
And then
installing
you
it.
got other AI robots that can like they're really getting into the whole like fire, like the rescue and like the emergency and like ones that can go up to a car and say you're pinned in a car and it can pry the fucking door
Oh
open far enough for you to get
wow.
your legs out. Like they're coming up with AI that
Yeah,
can run
but
into a burning building
yeah,
and save people.
that's called the
Um,
automaton, correct? That's the
And they have
yeah,
the
automaton.
robot dogs.
Okay, so the
yeah,
AI itself is all it's really doing. It's an analytical
It's
program
an
that you
algorithm.
utilize it. It's more than that because it has a variable and it learns of what it has and utilizes depending on its
It's
variable.
predictive. It's not
Yeah.
really
Well,
learning.
as
It's
a
just
programmer,
refining its predictive results.
or what it's yeah,
Same
what
as a
it's
Google
doing.
search.
I'm not denying actually the use of where we're going with it. It's unbelievable, and I'm not denying that with the
yeah, but
access that people are getting into it, but the curve on where this is again negative, taking jobs away, and what are they going to do with those people that don't know how to do anything?
This is ever since technology was invented. We've been dealing with this. This is nothing new. The jobs will shift
Okay.
to some other. We've every time we've found some other economy.
you got to think about like industrial like kind of work and like think about like when they came up with like let's say like a belt system that like drops these things and then it goes down different conveyor belts and stuff like when that shit was invented and they started putting those and people thought, oh my god, we're all going to lose our jobs. Like they had this new technology of these things that can sort things. Like I used to be the guy who sorted bottles, now I can't sort bottles because like they know how to do it themselves. So like you got to think this has been happening, like Jeff said, multiple times. Like this isn't new to us. It's just a different kind of technology.
Well, it's
Like
more advanced, that's for sure.
It's mad because of the way again they're utilizing these automatons with it. So they're taking
There's
over.
nothing mad about that. What's mad about that?
automatons is for keeping us safe. Like a guy's like a human being. They don't have to send a human being into a burning building to save somebody. They can send a robot.
Yeah, they can.
Well, I'd like to see that.
Oh, they
That's their
probably can. Actually, they probably
They're
is.
working on it right now, bro. Like I watched it. I just got done watching a documentary, and I watched a really good documentary last night. Or Water Has Memory, and it's an
Oh,
amazing documentary. You guys should check it out.
Water
Russian.
Okay, okay. Take it from a scale of humanity and birth rates in the world, right? To where we're going in 50 to 100 years, and we have this AI right now. What do you think is going to happen within that time scale because of AI?
I'll be dead. I don't give a fuck. I don't have kids. I don't have nothing to worry about. I really don't care.
Me too.
what do you think's gonna happen? Since it's just you're going off of your imagination because there's no way to even really tell.
Okay, I believe by then the government you'll be so controlled that people there will be no money. Money will be non-existence. We'll be living off of time, and your government will give you a certain amount of time, and like pretty much you're like if you're rich you live longer. If you're poor you die.
It announces you're poor and
There's
rich.
not going to be enough room. Like this planet is
What
getting.
announces you're poor and rich, though?
There's gonna be
When you
there's less people. Isn't the birth rate's dropping?
Well, no,
That's true. The birth rate is dropping and the sex rate is dropping
right,
too.
no,
They're
no,
not having
only in
sex.
the West and some of the East, but most of Africa and Asia are
What would it
birth.
take for your mind to calm down and say, "Oh, things are going to be okay"? What numbers would
Mass
you have to see to
mass
relax
genocide.
and think that we're heading into a positive future? What metrics would would satisfy
Mm,
that?
Mass genocide.
You can't say that on here.
No, not at all. I would say, Jeff, honestly, free energy, where people are allowed to stop paying an
Dude,
energy
So this
bill.
isn't it. All this is the worry really is energy.
do you
Yeah,
know do you
like
know how many power banks and shit we're building like up right now because of AI's energy use and like how much
yes,
more
You
no,
could
energy
put
we
a
are
power
using?
plant in everybody's backyard right now, and he's still going to find some reason to worry.
no, that's
That's what I'm getting at. There's an
Okay, I
underlying
got you.
something.
Well, I know
I
one
And
just
thing,
what
man.
would turn it off? What would
I-
flip you to a different
The
circuit?
thing, all right, I know. I don't know if it's the same for your state, but my electric bill has the gas and electric bill has about tripled in the past few years. So I'm
mm,
not too hopeful
I
about
think
that shit.
That's probably more local than national.
human beings are going to be forced to use less and less and going to have to be really smart about what they're doing because the shit's going to come to a head. Like we keep walking through this blindly knowing that there's problems and we're not solving them at all. We're not putting things in
We
place to
haven't
solve
so
them.
far. I haven't had to reduce so far.
No, not yet, Jeff. But
yeah, but
it's
Jeff,
getting worse.
you're a single man.
Why would I create an imaginary
You
situation
don't have children,
that I've
Jeff.
never yet had to worry about
Jeff,
just
but you
to
don't have children like
prepare
that.
that it might happen if it's not even probable?
Not even probable. There's like you got to think like our agriculture, like our food industry.
I
It's
have plenty of food. This
yeah.
is like my whole I'm over
You
50
do
years
right now,
old. My
Jeff. You
food
do right now.
access and supply has not changed that much my entire life. I've had access to the same level of food I always
Honestly,
have.
I don't think it's gonna be bad in our generation. It's not it's not gonna get bad in our generation, but like things are really gonna get bad like sooner than people think.
I don't
Like,
see it.
I'll tell
I
you.
don't see it
All
happening. That's why I'm wondering like
right.
what the
So
indications are because when I
here's
go out in the
all
world
right.
and look, everything seems like it's humming along as usual.
An example would be the food that I'm gonna be getting. It doesn't have any red meat whatsoever. They can't put red meat in any of the food. Why is that?
Huh?
Because we're fucking gonna
I eat
be
red
out of.
meat.
They're making shit so expensive, so they can't do it. I guess.
No, I don't.
well, like
I'm not worried about red meat.
Well,
Using
I'm
red
just
meat.
a little. I mean, if that's all if I'm gonna be eating nothing but chicken fucking every
And
day, that's
is very first world too. To me, that's not the collapse of civilization. If the price of beef
well.
goes up a little
I'm
bit,
just saying, like that's like just one example is just what I'm experiencing.
did you know that the coral reefs are like disappearing at massive rates right now? So a lot of the Asian like countries and stuff are that their main diet is fish, and the fish cannot feed off the coral reefs like
I
what they need or
think we're
whatever.
gonna
And
be okay, even if that's true. I
no,
think
no,
humans are
I believe we're gonna
resilient
be
and they
okay
survive this
too.
shit.
We always find a way to survive. Like we're human beings. That's our nature. Like we're gonna be
Really?
okay, Jeff. I'm just saying like things are gonna change though. Like things are gonna look a lot different though. Like
Yeah, he's talking about current and future events. That's
But
all.
how far in the future? Because after a certain point, you're just
Well,
working off
nobody
of
can
pure
tell. I
imagination.
mean,
It's
it
more
seems
psychology than anything else. People are just
speed.
bringing their own personal psychology to it.
but I just told you something that's happening right now and
For
it's a
real.
bad thing. Like people like the populate like
Right, but
there's
how is that going to drastically change my future? Like
not
to where
you, but it's
I'd want to
affecting
worry
hundreds
about
of
the
thousands of, you know,
Well,
I
oriental.
can't worry about every human being on
Yeah,
earth. They gonna have to do some of their worrying for them because I can't take
Wow.
on the worries of every location in the world. I have
yeah,
to
but then,
filter and prioritize. And if there's not a reason for me to personally worry about the coral reef, I'd rather just kind of put that on a different plate and let somebody else take that one on.
Yeah, there's no reason to worry about it, I guess, and like stress
But
yourself out
there are
about something that
people
you have
that
no
come on
control.
these streams that I notice that kind of feed their worry. They fuel it. They add gasoline to it, and they get something out of it because they do it a lot. It's like a baseline for them, and
It's just
that's more what
thinking,
I'm
like
interested in figuring out.
it's just thinking, like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I sleep good at night. Like I mean, I don't, but you get what I'm saying. Like I don't have to worry about the fucking coral reefs. I don't have to go. I'm just saying that because it's something that I saw, and it's interesting, and thousands and thousands of people are starving because of it. It's just something that's changing in our environment. That's changing quickly. That is.
You're
Um,
completely right, man. You're totally right.
I'm not, but I know it doesn't affect me. So like, why should I care, right?
I mean, I the
Yeah,
state I'm from, we're losing our coastline. It's eroding like at a alarming rate, and even living there, knowing that, I didn't even worry about it day to day because it didn't even affect me,
Well,
and
of
that was
course
very
not.
immediate and local, and I was able to kind of contextualize and prioritize how much to worry about it.
What about the honeybees, Jeff?
Yeah, no, the honeybees too.
That's
I stopped
important.
worrying
Like
about those.
we're losing these honeybees at major levels, and like honeybees pollinate all that food. They help
And I
keep us
still
alive as
think
human
we're gonna
beings.
be okay. We survived a
Yeah.
pandemic. Like human, I guess I'm more of a human optimist than a
Jeff,
doomer.
me and you and the rest of us here probably be fine. You know, there's very little
If we're gonna
violence.
be fine, why wouldn't future generations be just as fine?
Okay, because there is a degradation going on here. The
Yep.
way that is this is all utilized is what
I
we
don't.
have in
You
terms
think
of
each generation is more
resources.
degraded than the one before? That's what I'm saying. I don't see that. I'm as optimistic about each new generation because they're all humans, and I'm optimistic about humanity in general.
But we
I
don't.
don't see the degradation that you see. I work with young people that are amazing. They're more adult than
Jeff
most of the
sees the
adults in
good,
that place.
Cool.
not the bad.
I'm not. No one should deny the youth here. You know, and what they have to offer, what they have. But what it is that we are not taking what we have already in technology and making it free for others. And we are not giving the youth below us any avenue to make money for themselves. That's what I see in Europe, and I see in
I don't think
Maybe
you're
not.
looking
Maybe not
closely
there, but
enough.
here it's totally different. Yeah.
yeah. So
Like
if
Well,
there's
I
working,
do have to wrap up because I need to go over to Eddie's, and I did get
oh
ready
yeah,
for that. So
leave the link.
I've had about all the doomerism I could take today.
these young
It's affected my own mental health.
Well, these young kids have bright minds, and they're gonna have the technology to push us further. So I think
Well,
that's
that's what they
amazing.
believe.
I just don't see the world that African's
I,
describing, but I'm
I'm
not
not.
going to
Hang on.
deny
I'm not
his
describing that
experience.
world, sir. That's not good. Don't blame me on that.
I'm not blaming you. I'm observing that you're putting forth a vision of reality
Hang on.
that when I look out into the world, I just don't see. I can't connect it with anything I experience.
Okay,
Mm.
sure.
So that's
All
not
right. Good
blame.
night, guys.
Put the link though, Jeff. Cheers. Thank
All
you.
right, cheers. All right. I, g- I gotta. I'm not compromising on this standard. We can transition to it. It doesn't have to be abrupt. But at some point, I want these conversations to elevate more to, especially on this midday stream. This is not chit chat. This is not politics. This is not conspiracy. This is a deep look at personal growth. So if that's not your jam, save the other conversations for the evening streams. That they're going to be much better on there. Respect what I'm trying to do here, and I'll continue to respect you. That's part of what the respect's built on in the first place. So when you start to shake that and test it and play with it, my respect starts to get shaky. So please, I really am trying to do something good here. If your support was real, help me do that. If it was just here to meet your own needs and it wasn't real support, then it's better that you filter out. Because I'm not going to stop reaching for a higher level to satisfy a lower level. There's no way I'm going to do that. So if please come here at least on these midday streams and try to bring relevant conversation and elevated conversation. Give us something we can really work with. Let's go deep. If conversations start looping or stay horizontal or going nowhere, I'm going to start moderating them to make room for the kind of conversations that I'm trying to have here. So I'll see everybody at Eddie's in half an hour. Well, the thing is, I dropped his channel. And then later tonight, we'll be doing a members only circle, stream, community campfire thing. And it's a little more loose on those, so maybe on those streams, if you have a burning need to talk about Alex Jones type stuff, we can let it happen a little bit. But I'd like to keep it off of these daytime streams. All right. Thank you again, and see you over at Eddie's. Go get a refill, get something to eat. And we're going to be talking about boundaries and mental health. Take care, everybody.